Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So we are starting chapter 7 of Sri Jaiva Dharma by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur Mahasaya. And this chapter is Nitya Dharma and Samsar. So before we get started, a little background about what is happening. So in this very interesting, beautiful chapter, the 7th chapter of the first division of Jaiva Dharma, the location is Saptagram, the village of, I think it is Saptagram, let me make sure. Yes, Saptagram. It is the village of Shri Udharan Das Thakur. Yes, Shama Kishori Mataji, you were saying something? No, okay. So this is Saptagram. So we are in Saptagram. It is around 450 years ago. We are all in Saptagram in Shri Navadvip Mandal. Saptagram is a village where Shri Nityananda Prabhu did extensive preaching. Remember, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sent Shri Nityananda Prabhu to Bengal and Orissa to preach. And for many years, Shri Nityananda Prabhu was traveling and preaching. And in Saptagram also, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did a lot of preaching. And he made a very wonderful devotee there called Shri Udharan Das Thakur. Udharan Dutt. And our Srila Prabhupada comes in the family lineage of Shri Udharan Dutt Thakur. Yes. So Srila Prabhupada has a family connection both with Srila Raghunath Das Goswami and also with Shri Udharan Das Thakur. So Srila Prabhupada comes in a very authentic Gaudiya lineage. And Shri Udharan Das Thakur was a follower of Shri Nityananda Prabhu. And he did extensive preaching in Saptagram. In those days, Saptagram was filled with goldsmiths. So it was a very flourishing town. All those gold merchants, they became devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So sometime later, around 450 years ago, this was 500 years ago when Nityananda Prabhu Chaitanya Mahaprabhu preached there. So around 450 years ago, there lived a person, very rich merchant in Saptagram called Chandidas. And his wife was called Damayanti. Chandidas and Damayanti, they were extremely affluent, very rich in Saptagram, which was a village filled with rich people. And Chandidas and Devyani, they had 2 daughters and 4 sons. Chandidas was a very, very rich merchant, but he was very miserly. He did not spend any money on Shri Vigraha Seva, the deity worship. He did not spend any money on Vaishnava Seva. He did not spend any money on Atithi Seva. He did not serve Shri Hari, did not spend any money buying flower garlands for Lord Hari, donating any jewelry, donating some nice silk clothes for Thakurji. No, he would not spend any money on that. He would not invite any Vaishnavas at home. He would never feed them, never give them any gifts. Dadati pratigranati guhyam akhyati prachate bhunate bhojate chaiva shadvidha priti lakshanam. This he did not practice at all in his life. He was very conjuice, very miserly. And he never spent any money on guests. This is all dharma. That we serve Krishna, we serve the Vaishnavas. And Chandidas and Damayanti, being extremely miserly, selfish, they did not give any money in charity, they did not serve any guests, did not serve Vaishnavas, and they did not support any temples by giving any charity donations. Extremely self-centered, selfish, materialistic, money-minded, miserly people. And what happens when we do this? The children also become like that. I remember in Gopal, my son's school, illicit drug education was compulsory for the parents. So parents know what drugs these children are abusing. So I had gone for that mandatory training. And I still remember the principal of Gopal's school told a real life story, which had a deep impact on me because it has a lot of spiritual lessons. So he said one kid was found smoking weed, smoking marijuana in the restroom of the school. So some students complained, teacher saw, and he was caught red-handed, and he was brought to my office. So I made him sit down. I dialed his father and told the father to come to the office immediately. So the father was, in his office in a meeting. He just quit everything, and came to the principal's office in the school because the son was detained. So the father comes, sits down, and the principal tells the father what has transpired. Your son has been caught smoking marijuana, and he's only in middle school. He was 7th grader. Yes, true story. So the father was livid. He was so mad. He was so upset at his son. He was like banging his fists on the desk. How dare you? How can you do this? You're a disgrace to the family. You disobeyed us. We have gone through this. Drugs are no good. You're not supposed to do this. How did you get drugs? How did you do this? How could you do this? He's just chastising his son like anything, very angry at his son. And repeatedly asking the son, how did you get hold of drugs? You don't have a car. You're in 7th grade. How did you? We don't have any money. How did you get drugs? And the principal told us, the son looked at his father and said, Dad, I got it from your cupboard. The principal said that was the shortest meeting. There's nothing to say. The son simply said, Dad, I got it from your cupboard. So what did I learn from this? What can we learn from this? Our kids will pick up what they see we are practicing. If we are not chanting 16 rounds sincerely, we cannot tell our kids to chant. We have no right, and they will not listen. Yad yad acharati shreshtas tatta devetaro jana sayat pramanam kurute lokastad anuvartate. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, as the leaders do, the followers will also do. Whatever standard they set, that becomes the praman. Sayat pramanam kurute lokastad anuvartate. People will simply follow. So Chandidas and Damayanti were miserly, self-centered people. They were not Krishna conscious, even though it was a village of devotees of Krishna. But they were very selfish, very money-minded, I, me, and myself. And therefore, the children also became like that. The 2 daughters got married and went to their husband's home. Now, Chandidas and Damayanti were living with their 4 sons. The sons also became like Chandidas and Damayanti, selfish, money-minded. So initially, when they started understanding the father's business, they were learning from the father and they were respectful. But once they learned the ropes of the business, now they knew how to do it. Now father became secondary. They took over the business, they took over the money, and they were completely neglecting Chandidas and Damayanti, the father and mother. Chandidas and Damayanti got together one day and spoke, what is going on? All our sons have gotten spoiled. They have no values. They decided, let's get them married. The daughter-in-laws will come, and girls are more loving and affectionate than boys anyway. So girls will come, daughters-in-law, we will treat them like our own girls, like our own daughters, and they will take up for us. They will serve us. So one by one, they got all the 4 boys married, joint family. So Damayanti, Chandidas, 4 sons, all 4 of them one by one got married. Now there are 4 sons and 4 daughters-in-law in the house. Hari bol. And they thought the daughters-in-law will take care of us. But the sons also polluted their wives. All the daughter-in-laws became just like the daughter-in-law. See, everybody is selfish in this world. So if the husband tells, no need to worry about my parents, saas bahu ki kuch suno mat. That is nectar to the eyes, nectar to the ears. So daughter-in-law also became like that. Oh, very good. We'll treat the parents like anything. So the 4 sons and the 4 daughters-in-law, they started living selfish lives. not even asking the father and mother, have you eaten some rice? Have you eaten something? Nothing. They were in their own world, took over all the finances, and Damayanti and Chandidas were living like servants in their own house with 4 sons and 4 daughters-in-law. This humbled them. Somewhat. But anyway, they still had hopes that our daughters-in-law, our sons, they will take care of us. So they came up with a scheme. One day, they called all their sons and daughters-in-law, and they had a Ishta Goshti. Except there was no talk about Ishta. It's only materialistic Goshti. They came to talk and discuss. So they told the sons and daughters-in-law, listen, it is the Dharma to take care of the elders in the family. We have lived very frugal lives, very miserly lives, so that we could save money. And you see the result. We have a huge mansion. There is enough rooms for all of you. There are servants in the house. There is so much money. We have a flourishing business. All this is because we were businessmen. I was a businessman, Chandidas said, and I lived a very frugal life. I did not spend any money on myself or my wife. We saved a ton of money. And that's why we are comfortable. It is your duty to take care of us in our old age now. It's your turn. You have inherited all this business and everything, this mansion. Enjoy it, but take care of us also. And because you are not taking care of us, all of you are neglecting us, all the 4 sons, all the 4 daughters-in-law, you are neglecting us, ill-treating us, disrespecting us. I have saved a huge amount of treasure and I have hidden it. And I will give it only to that son and daughter-in-law who takes care of us in the old age. Now it's up to you. The wealth that I have given you is nothing. The main wealth, which I saved all my life, it is hidden somewhere, secret location. So now it's up to you. Now we are going to observe all of you. Who takes care of us? And whoever takes care of us, at the time of death, we will give that money to that son and daughter-in-law. So the meeting was over. The 4 sons and the 4 daughters-in-law had their conference call. They got on their meeting privately, clandestine meeting. And they discussed what to do. This old man and woman, they are hell-bent on ruining us. Who knows what will happen to their intelligence? One day they may just decide to donate all that money to the Brahmanas and Vaishnavas or to some temple. Let's do one thing. Let's either kill them by poisoning them, or let us send them away somewhere. Let's try to send them away somewhere first. If they don't go, we will poison them. And if they go, we very well know where the money is. It has to be hidden in their bedroom, underground. See, in those days, people used to have mud floors, mud houses, mud floors. So the floor didn't have tiles or hardwood. It was mud floor. So they have dug the treasure in the ground, underground, in their bedroom. We know this. Parents think we don't know. We know. It must be in their bedroom only. That's why they keep their bedroom locked all the time. So we'll send them away somewhere and we will enter their bedroom. We'll break open their door. We'll enter their bedroom and we will dig and we'll find the treasure. So let's try to get them out of the house for a few days. They all agree with this plan. So Hari Chandan is the eldest son of Chandidas and Damayanti. One day Hari Chandan, he goes to his father and says, dear father, we have been thinking about what you said that day and we really want to take care of you. For starters, we want to send you to Sri Navadvip Dham because we have heard that in Kali Yuga, the most powerful, most potent Dham is Sri Navadvip Dham. So why don't you all go in your old age now, both of you, father and mother, you go to Sri Navadvip Dham. I will arrange for servant. I will arrange for a boat. I will arrange for a Vaishnavi to go with you. So she can cook for you there. Because both of you are old. You just go visit the holy places in Navadvip. And you will have a female with you, a Vaishnavi, who will be cooking for you. That way your cooking is, food is taken care of and you just go see the holy places and then come back after this pilgrimage. Go for a few months. So father is Chandidas is very happy. He goes to his wife Damayanti and tells Damayanti, that chastisement that we gave our children, it has worked. They have become so caring, thoughtful and loving. Out of their care and concern for us, they want us to have spiritual development. So they want us to go to Sri Navadvip Dham from Saptagram. so we can go to Navadvip Dham and see the places of Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu's pastimes. So let's go. They're arranging for a cook to accompany us. They're arranging for a boat also. So Damayanti says, Navadvip is not that far from Saptagram. We will go through Shantipur and we'll go walking. So we will take the servant with us, the cook, and we'll go walking. It will be more fun. That way we can see more holy places on the way. There will be Kuliagram also there. Okay. Chandida says, okay, let's go walking. So three of them, the servant, Vaishnavi, Chandidas and Damayanti, they take off from Saptagram on their way to Sri Navadvip Dham. So now they have reached Kuliagram, and they are staying there, visiting the holy places, living a simple life. They are on their way to Navadvip. That's where somebody from Saptagram arrives and gives them the news that after you all left, your sons and daughters-in-law, they broke into your bedroom, they dug the floor, and sure enough, they found all your life savings, all the treasure. They have divided it among themselves. They have divided the house, property, business among themselves. And four of them, the four couples, are living happily. And they have sent a message for you. Do not come back. If you come back, we will kill you. They don't want both of you to ever return home to Saptagram. Otherwise, they will kill you. They have sent this message. They have found a treasure which you had hidden from them. They are very upset that you hid it from them and you put a condition, take care of us in old age, otherwise we'll not give you the money. Now they have got it, they have got the money, and they don't want you. We just came to give you this message. Hare Krishna. Oh, when Chandidas and Damayanti hear this message, they are heartbroken. They start crying, weeping. Hi. First of all, we lost all the money, we lost the business, we lost the house, and we have lost our sons and daughters-in-law. They don't care for us. They wish that we were dead. What have we got to live for now? They're crying and talking like this among themselves. And the Vaishnavi is cooking in the corner. She hears. And she tells them, Yasyaham anugranami harishe tadhanam shanay tadhanam tajantasya swajana dukha dukhada. 10th canto Srimad Bhagavatam. This is why we should always have Vaishnavas with us. We always need Vaishnavas. A Vaishnava in our life will bring all good fortune. She comes, she's a widow. She comes and she tells them, I heard everything. Please do not cry. You are old. This is the fag end of your life. Whatever has happened is yasyaham anugranami. This is Krishna's mercy. So take it in a positive way. Now you are in this very holy place of Kuliagram. It is a place where Mahaprabhu performed such amazing pastimes. You have lived very selfish lives. You never performed Vaishnav Seva. You never performed Hari Seva. This is the greatest offense. Therefore, now you should live in this very place where you have got this news, Kuliagram. According to Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat of Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur Mahashaya, this place is called Aparadha Bhanjanera Dham. The Vaishnava is telling Chandidas and Damayanti. It was in this place that the offense of Devananda Pandit was forgiven. It was in this place that the offense of Gopal Chapal was forgiven. It was in this place that the offense of the students of Nimai who had criticized Nimai were forgiven. It was in this place that Mahaprabhu Sri Chaitanya Dev famously said to the Aparadhis, criticizing Vaishnavas is like drinking poison. And glorifying Vaishnavas with that same mouth is like drinking nectar. You have criticized the Vaishnavas. Now with that same mouth, never criticize Vaishnavas again. Instead, you glorify them. It was in this place, Kuliagram. So my dear Damayanti, Mata, and Chandidas Prabhu, you all should stay here, live simple life, and do bhajan. And don't think of going back to Saptagram, to your family. They took the advice very seriously. And they started living in Kuliagram. In Kuliagram, there was another devotee called Yadav Das. Yadav was a pure devotee, very sincere devotee. And every day he would give classes on Sri Chaitanya Mangal of Sri Lochan Das Thakur Mahasaya. And Damayanti and Chandidas, they began attending those classes and hearing those classes, the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from Sri Chaitanya Mangal. And side by side, because this Kuliagram is a place of Satyaraj Khan and Gunaraj Khan, the ancestor, who had written the famous book Sri Krishna Vijay. So where Sri Gunaraj Khan has famously written, Brajendra Nandan Mora Prananath. Nanda Nandan Krishna Mora Prananath. With Mahaprabhu really loved so much that he said, anybody who appears in Kuliagram, I will give them special blessings. Just because of their connection with Gunaraj Khan, who wrote this very beautiful book, Sri Krishna Vijay. So Chandidas and Damayanti got hold of Sri Krishna Vijay book and they started reading that book. So Swadhyaya started and Chaitanya Mangal classes, Shravanam started. Bhakti begins with Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu. So slowly their hearts started melting and they realized what offensive, miserly, useless existence they had lived. But after a few days, again, they started thinking about their Saptagram, the house that we built with our own hands, saving so much money, the flourishing business, the 4 sons that we produced. Do you really think, Damayanti, our sons will be so cruel that they will kill us? We don't even know for sure. It is just hearsay. Somebody has came and told us. Let us go and give them a chance. Let us go back to Saptagram. After all, blood is thicker than water. After all, they are our family. Remember how they used to play in the courtyard, how lovingly we got them educated, taught them the ropes of the business, got them married to these nice wives that they have. Do you really think they will be so ungrateful that they will kill us? I don't think so. Let's go back. Yes, let's go back. Let's go back. No, you are both not going back. Vaishnavi said, the cook. She was listening. She said, you are not going back. This is Maya. Don't listen to your mind. Your previous attachments are attracting you again. Don't give in. This is very important, Siddhanta. That we come to bhakti, we understand, we even make a determination that from today I'm going to do this. But then what happens? Because of previous conditionings, our old habits come back. Have you experienced that? We come on the path and then the previous habits, watching cricket, watching movies, watching things, eating in restaurants, watching cinema. It's okay. The mind says, it's okay now. It's okay. You're chanting 16 rounds. You're initiated, Baba. You cannot fall down now. You cannot go to hell. Don't worry. It's okay. Be practical. You're Grahastha. Do this, do that. You should know about the world. Come on, open the news. The mind is telling us all this because mind is Shatru, enemy. Uncontrolled mind is the greatest enemy, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. So Vaishnavi tells the Siddhanta of Bhagavad Gita to them and says, don't go back. Don't go back. So hearing her words, they realize that yes, we had just fallen into Maya. Fortunately, we have a Vaishnavi with us who brought us back to the right path. Yes. Nashtam Mohasmritir Labdha. They said, okay, yes, now we are again situated in our Krishna consciousness. We will never go to Saptagram. We are in the fag end of our life. Life is meant for bhajan, not to increase family ties. So thank you for serving us such a long time. Oh Vaishnavi, actually we don't feel qualified taking service from you anymore. So you are free. You go home and rest assured, we will never come back to Saptagram. We are going to stay here in Kuliagram and we will perform bhajan here. So the Vaishnavi goes and Chandidas and Damayanti, they ask for some donation to different rich people and they build a simple kutir. And taking a loan, they start a grocery business because that's what they had in Saptagram. See, our core skills, we have to work according to core skills. If somebody is an engineer, they will work in the engineering field. Someone is a lawyer, that's what they will do. Somebody is a doctor, that's what they should do. And Krishna accepts our core skills. So they took a loan and they started a business. And he was very expert, Chandidas. He had built a huge empire. So he did it again. Hari bol. He started with a little loan money, started a small grocery business, and the business flourished. And now started making profits. And what did he do with the profit? He didn't store them. He did not save. He lived a very simple Vanaprastha life with his wife. But whatever profits he got, he donated them to the Vaishnavas, donated to the temples. Something he had not done all his life. Damayanti and Chandidas decided, we have been miserly, now we are going to compensate. Now whatever money we earn, we are going to donate. We will live like poor beggars, torn clothes, one meal, but we will donate. And profusely they started donating. And Krishna empowered them. They made a lot of profits. And everything they were donating. Vaishnav Seva, Atithi Seva, Hari Seva, Krishna Seva. Donation, dan. And at the same time, they kept reading Shri Krishna Vijay. And they kept hearing Shri Chaitanya Mangal from Yadav Das. One day. Because see, when the heart melts, when we get Vaishnava association, when we hear Shastra, we come closer to Krishna. And when we come closer to Krishna, Athato Brahma Jigyasa. Spiritual questions come in the heart. One day, please listen carefully, my dear friends. One day, Chandidas asked his Shiksha Guru, Yadav Das, from whom he was hearing Chaitanya Mangal classes every day. What is samsar? All my life I have been stuck in this samsar. Please explain to me, what is samsar? What is this material existence? Shri Yadav Das said, very close by, in Shri Navadvip Dham, in Godrum Dvip, in Pradyumna Kunj, there's a group of Vaishnavas who live. They are very advanced Vaishnavas. Pradyumna Brahmachari, Shri Premdas Paramhams Babaji Maharaj. He has a disciple, Shri Vaishnavdas Babaji Maharaj. My dear Chandidas and Damayanti, just few days ago, there was a famous debate where Chudamani, Krishna Chudamani, all the Smartha Brahmanas, they went and they challenged the Vaishnavas. And this Vaishnavdas Babaji Maharaj, he thoroughly defeated all those Smartha Brahmans. Your question, what is samsar, is very important question, but I'm not qualified to answer. Chandidas, why don't I take you to Godrum Dvip? Why don't I take you to Pradyumna Kunj? And you ask the Vaishnavas there, headed by Pradyumna Brahmachari and Premdas Paramhams Babaji Maharaj and Vaishnavdas Babaji Maharaj. You ask your question to them. They will give you the best answer. Will you come with me to Pradyumna Kunj? And Chandidas said, yes, I will come. And Damayanti said, I also want to come. And Yadav Das said, no, they are all Vairagis, they are all Brahmacharis. They have given up their relationship with family. If you go there, no woman goes there. It will inconvenience the Brahmacharis there. So you should not come in the Kunj. So Damayanti said, okay, I will stay at a safe distance. I will offer my obeisances again and again to these exalted Vaishnavas, but I want to have their darshan. Please don't deprive me of their darshan. I have never seen pure devotees in my life. Please take me. He said, okay, you stay at a distance and you offer obeisances. We will associate with them. We'll hear from them. And in the evening, we will come back together. So let's go. Just imagine, my dear friends, think about Chandidas and Damayanti. All their lives, they lived such, like the Avanti Brahman, they lived such selfish lives. And now they are going to meet Premdas Paramhams Babaji Maharaj, Vaishnavdas Babaji Maharaj. This is the importance of Vaishnava association. Little bit association of a Vaishnava, Yadav Das Babaji Maharaj, Yadav Das, hearing Chaitanya Mangal from him, reading a book that is dear to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Shri Krishna Vijay. That's why we should do things which are dear to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Why do we chant Gopi Geet? Why? Why do we chant Gopi Geet? Because in Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is proof that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu loves the Gopi Geet, loves hearing the Gopi Geet. Tava Kathamritam Shloka Rajaye Padhila, Uthi Prema Veshe Prabhu Alingi na Koila. Shunite Shunite Prabhu Santosha Apar, Bolo Bolo Bole Prabhu, Bole Bar Bar. Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is Praman. Mahaprabhu loves to hear Gopi Geet. So we recite Gopi Geet for Mahaprabhu's pleasure. Shri Krishna Vijay in Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is proof. Shri Krishna Vijay book is very dear to Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Just by reading that book, holding that book, all good fortune came in the life of Chandidas and Damayanti. Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale. Srila Prabhupada is Krishna Preshthaya. He is very dear. Srila Prabhupada himself said that in Golok Vrindavan, Lord Krishna told Srila Prabhupada, you go and write books. I want you to go and preach. So you can imagine how dear Srila Prabhupada's books are to Krishna, to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Prithivite Atyacha Nagar Ādi Gram Sarvatra Prachar Hoibe Moranam. Mahaprabhu said this. And it was Gauravani Pracharine. It was Srila Prabhupada who made that happen. Paschatya Prachatarine. So imagine if we read Srila Prabhupada's books, how pleased Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will be. And what is going to happen to our spiritual life if we read Srila Prabhupada's books? So we should read Srila Prabhupada's books. And just like Chandidas and Damayanti, all good fortune will come upon us. So my dear friends, Yadav Das brings Chandidas and Damayanti to Pradyumna Kunj. There, they offer obeisances to Shri Pradyumna Brahmachari, his disciple, Shri Premdas Paramahansa Babaji Maharaj, his disciple, Shri Vaishnadas Babaji Maharaj, his disciple, Shri Lahiri Mahasaya. They are all sitting doing Harinam there in the Kunj. Chandidas and Yadav Das, they go, they offer their obeisances. And then let's see what happens. By late afternoon, the three of them, who? Damayanti, Chandidas, and Yadav Das, they cross the Ganga and reach Pradyumna Kunj. Hari Bol. Damayanti offered prostrated Dandavat Pranam at the door of the Kunj and sat nearby under an old banyan tree. Are you all with me? Hari Bol. Yadav Das and Chandidas entered the Kunj and with great devotion offered Dandavat Pranam to the assembly of Vaishnavas who were seated in the Malati Madhavi grove. Shri Premdas Paramahansa Babaji Maharaj was seated in the midst of the assembly, surrounded by Shri Vaishnadas Babaji Maharaj, Shri Lahiri Mahasaya, Anandadas Babaji, and many others. Chandidas sat close to Yadav Das. One of the associates there of Shri Premdas Paramahansa Babaji Maharaj and also pure devotee, Shri Anandadas Babaji Maharaj, he looked at Yadav Das and asked, "Who is this new man?" Yadav Das narrated the whole story of Chandidas. Shri Anandadas Babaji smiled and said, "Yes, this is what is known as material existence. One who knows material existence is actually wise, and those who fall into the cycle of material existence are pitiable." Chandidas's mind was gradually becoming purified. For when one performs Nitya Sukriti, Bhakti Poshak Sukriti, such as hosting Vaishnavas, reading and hearing Vaishnava Shastra, like Shri Krishna Vijay Chaitanya Mangal, he certainly attains auspiciousness and very easily develops Shraddha in Ananya Bhakti. We have seen this, correct? Previous chapters. We get Shraddha by Bhakti Poshak Sukriti, Nitya Sukriti in Ananya Bhakti. When Chandidas heard Shri Anandadas Babaji Maharaj's words, Chandidas said with a softened heart, "My humble prayer is that you will be merciful to me and clearly explain to me what is samsara, what is material existence." Shri Anandadas Babaji Maharaj said, "Your question is very deep, and I desire that Shri Premdas Paramahansa Babaji Mahasaya or Shri Vaishnadas Babaji Mahasaya should answer it." Shri Premdas Paramahansa Babaji Maharaj replied, "Shri Anandadas Babaji Mahasaya is suitably qualified to answer a question of such gravity. Today, we will all attentively listen to his instructions." So now Shri Anandadas Babaji Maharaj is going to speak. So that brings us to our first slide. Shri Gurave Gaura Chandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namah. I have another class at 7, so we have to stop it.
Prabhuji, for intervening here. According to my notes, I think we did not complete the chapter 6. We were on slide number 121.
Oh, Krishna Govinda.
Did we complete the chapter? I think.
I'm so sorry, Prabhuji. Somehow I thought we completed the chapter. We didn't complete the chapter, no?
My note says that we are on slide number 121 to start.
Anybody thinks otherwise? Let's ask Ananga Sundari Mataji. Ananga Sundari Mataji, did we complete chapter 6? Mataji is not there.
Maybe Shama Kishori Mataji can tell.
I think Mataji is there. Yes. Ananga Sundari Mataji and Shama Kishori Mataji.
I think, Prabhuji, we finished.
Oh, we did?
Prabhuji, I think we did not finish because the last slide I have is, about honoring Mahaprasad. Was that the last slide? That it's the duty to honor Mahaprasad together.
Okay, wait once again. So some are saying we finished, some are saying we did not finish. I don't know why I thought we finished. Hold on. If anybody else knows, you can, okay. Yes, Krishna Bandhu, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. We were on 120th slide. You said 138 total slides.
Okay,
It's not
so
finished yet.
it's not finished. Oh, thank you. So thank you, Ajay Govind Prabhu. Thank you, everyone. Let me go back. I don't know how I. Yes, this is a conditioned soul. I make mistakes. Okay, one second. Huh? Let me share my slides. Sorry, I started 7th chapter. Okay, so this is 6th chapter. And slide number 121.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Pata nahi mujhe kyun aisa laga ki so we have finished. So what was the previous slide? Let me see. About Mahaprasad, we discussed this. Okay, let's go to the next one. So sorry. So let's come back to the debate. Let's rewind. So let's rewind. Let's come back to chapter 6, and the debate is still on, dear devotees. The debate is still on between Krishna Chudamani, the Smartha Brahman, and Sri Vaishnadas Babaji Maharaj, who is representing the Vaishnavas. So Chudamani, Krishna Chudamani says, asks a question. Then why are the Yavan Vaishnavas prohibited from touching the deity paraphernalia in a Vaishnava temple deity room? Because see, previously Sri Vaishnadas Babaji Maharaj established that even someone born in a Yavan family, if he's a Vaishnava, Krishna Prasad, Mahaprasad, they can sit and honor. Because see, in that Orthodox society, people would not come and sit with those who are of the lower caste. Higher caste people would not sit and eat with the lower caste people. But Sri Vaishnadas Babaji Maharaj established that no, when it comes to Vaishnava Siddhanta, when it comes to offering Mahaprasad, because it is non-different from Krishna, it is a Nitya Sukriti. These Naimittic restrictions do not apply. And one can sit with another Vaishnava and eat Prasad, even if the Vaishnava comes from a background of Yavans. Then Krishna Chudamani is very intelligent. Materially, he is very intelligent. He immediately puts argument. Acha, then why are the Yavan Vaishnavas not allowed to enter the deity room? Why they cannot touch the paraphernalia of the deity? Why cannot they do deity worship? Sri Vaishnadas Babaji Maharaj replies, it is offensive to call a Vaishnava Yavan Vaishnava. See, this is the thing. When somebody is debating and they use some wrong words, we should take it up. Yavan Vaishnava. This term was used by Chudamani, Krishna Chudamani. Why are the Yavan Vaishnavas prohibited from doing deity worship? So immediately Sri Vaishnava Babaji Maharaj, he caught that mistake. Immediately said, it is offensive to call a Vaishnava Yavan Vaishnava only because he's born in a Yavan family. No. Every single Vaishnava has a right to serve the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, because Vaishnava means one who serves Krishna. So every Vaishnava has a right to serve Sri Krishna. If a Grihastha Vaishnava is serving the deities and acts contrary to the precepts of Varnashram Dharma, he is found guilty only of transgressing the rules of social etiquette, because Varnashram is a social etiquette, codes and conducts of society, Varnashram Dharma. But it is not Jaiva Dharma. Hare Krishna. Jaiva Dharma is Krishna Bhakti. Savai Pumsam Paro Dharmo Yatho Bhaktir Adhokshaje Ahetuki Apratiyata Yatma Suprasidati. That is Jaiva Dharma. Jaiva Dharma is not Chatur Varnam Maya Shrishtam Guna Karma Vibhagasha. Please understand this. Varnashram Dharma is not Jaiva Dharma. Daivi Varnashram Dharma, which Srila Prabhupada and Srila Prabhupada's followers are establishing, that is Jaiva Dharma, where Krishna is in the center. So if someone in the According to the Smarta Brahman, according to the orthodox Hindu society of that time, if someone transgresses Varnashram Dharma, it's a transgression of social etiquette. It is not transgression of the Nitya Dharma. For the Nirapeksha Vaishnava, in the renounced order of life, the Brahmachari, the Vanaprastha or Sannyasi Vaishnava, deity worship is not recommended because Nirapekshata, being free from all external requirements, is recommended. See, this is again in those days, like the Babajis. They gave up family life, they gave up their house, they have no money, they have no house, no source of income. So how can they do deity worship if they don't have a house? If they're sleeping under trees, how they can do proper deity worship? So deity worship is not required. It is not recommended for the Vairagis, Nirapeksha Vaishnavas, who are Vairagis. Because they have no fixed dwelling. They have no fixed income. The Nirapeksha Vaishnava should serve the divine couple Radha and Krishna in Manasi Seva, internal meditation. Radha Krishnam Aharnisham Prabhajatau Jivhatadau Muda Vande Rupa Sanatana Ravyugau Shri Jiva Gopalakau. See the different forms of Krishna, Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Govinda, Radha Gopinath, Radha Raman, they appeared to our Goswamis, Radha Vinod, they appeared to the Goswamis. But the Goswamis, because they were Nirapeksha Vaishnavas, they could not, externally, they could not properly serve the deities. Shodasha Upashar and all those things they could not do, according to Archana Vidhi. But then through their disciples, through Raja Man Singh, through Sanatan Goswami, through that Kapoor, Mr. Kapoor, through their donations, and etc., through Gopinath and his family members, in case of Sri Gopal Bhatta Goswami, the Radharaman temple was established, the Madan Mohan temple was built, the Radha Govindaji Mandir was built. In this way, through the donations of the Grihasthas, it was built. But as far as the Vairagis are concerned, they may not have the means to do deity worship, but that doesn't mean they cannot serve Radha and Krishna. Because our whole Siddhanta is to serve Radha and Krishna. So Mahaprabhu told Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, Mane Radha Krishna Braje Sada Sevibe. In your mind, you always serve Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan. That is called Manasi Seva. So Manasi Seva can be done, should be done rather, by everyone. Nirapaksha Vaishnavas will do it. All Nirapaksha Vaishnavas, the Vairagi Vaishnavas, they will do Manasi Seva. As far as Vaishnavas are concerned, you are wrong, Krishna Chudamani. You are saying that the Yavan Vaishnavas cannot do deity worship. You are wrong. Every Vaishnava can do deity worship. Every Vaishnava can do deity worship. And the Vairagi Vaishnavas, even though they may be born in a Yavan family like Srila Haridas Thakur, they are doing Manasi Seva. They are doing Manasi Seva. And any Vaishnava, whether he is a Grihastha Vaishnava or anything, Grihe Thako, Vare Thako, Sada Bole Dako, they will worship Shri Krishna in the form of deities, or they may worship in their mind if there are Nirapaksha Vaishnavas. Then Krishna Chudamani asks, I see. Now please tell me, what do you think of the Brahmanas? Because see, he is a Brahman himself, Chudamani. He wants to hear glories of the Brahmanas. He says, what about Brahmanas? What about their deity worship? Shri Vaishnavas Babaji Maharaj replied, there are two types of Brahmanas. There are the Swabhav Siddha Brahmanas and Jati Siddha Brahmanas. Swabhav Siddha Brahmanas are Brahmanas by actual qualification, because their Swabhav is Brahminical. Their Chitta Vritti is Brahminical. Their inclinations are Brahminical. So they are Swabhav Siddha Brahmanas. They are the actual Brahmanas. Because Janma about Chaturvarna Maya Shishtam, Guna Karma Vibhagashan. According to Guna and Karma, the Vibhajan is done, the division is done by Krishna himself when he created this Varnashram Dharma. So Swabhav Siddha Brahmanas are those who are actually qualified to be Brahmanas. And then there are the Jati Siddha Brahmanas. They are people born in Brahman family. They are qualified only by birth. They are not qualified by qualities and activities. They are not Guna Karma Brahmanas. They are not Swabhav Siddha Brahmanas. They are simply Jati Brahmanas, Jati Siddha Brahmanas. The Brahmanas who are Swabhav Siddha Brahmanas by qualification, they are close to being Vaishnavas. They are very close to being Vaishnavas and should be respected by all. Whereas a Brahman by birth, a Jati Siddha Brahman, a Smarta Brahman, Brahman by birth, is to be given the conventional social respect of mundane society. Because he is still a Brahman. According to the social convention, we give them respect. Conventional, social, mundane society rules and regulations are there. So we give them conventional respect, nothing special. We see a Brahman, we bow down. Amanina mana dena. A Vaishnava gives man to everyone. So we respect them. In this way, a Vaishnava respects both. Such a beautiful answer by Sri Vaishnadas Babaji Maharaj is saying, in this way, Vaishnava respects both. A Vaishnava respects the Jati Brahman according to social convention, but has special respect for the Swabhav Siddha Brahmanas who are understanding the Vedas, who have faith in Krishna, and they are very close to becoming Vaishnavas. The scripture says in Srimad Bhagavatam 7.9.10, it is said, Vipradvishad gunayutad aravindanabha padaravinda vimukha swapacham varishtham manne tadarpita mano vachane hitartha pranam punati sakulam natu bhuri manaha. Prahlad Maharaj says this prayer. What is the meaning of this verse of Srimad Bhagavatam? If a Brahman has all the 12 Brahminical qualifications, as stated in the book Sanat Sujat, but that Brahman is not a devotee and is averse, Krishna Padaravinda Vimukha, is averse to the lotus feet of Krishna, then such a Jati Siddha Brahman is lower than a Vaishnava, a devotee, who was born in a Chandal family, who was born in a Yavan Chandal Kul. But such a person is a devotee of Krishna. Definitely this Vaishnava who was born in a Chandal Kul is superior to the Jati Siddha Brahman, but who has now dedicated everything, mind, words, activities, wealth, life, to the Supreme Lord. Such a Vaishnava is also superior to a Swabhav Siddha Brahman. Because the 12 Brahminical qualifications, only a Swabhav Siddha Brahman will have, not a Jati Siddha Brahman. So, Prahlad Maharaj is saying that Swabhav Siddha Brahman is close to being a Vaishnava. But a Vaishnava is superior to a Swabhav Siddha Brahman also, because Swabhav Siddha Brahman has 12 Brahminical qualities. He is clean, he is astic, he has faith in religiosity, he speaks the truth, he studies the scriptures, teaches the scriptures, performs yajnas, teaches how to perform yajnas. But he is not a Vaishnava, despite having the 12 Brahminical qualification. Because one of the 12 Brahminical qualifications is not Krishna Bhakti. It is cleanliness, austerity, Dhanam, Tapasya, all those are there. But Bhakti is not there. Then such a Swabhav Siddha Brahman is inferior to a Vaishnava who is born in a Chandal family, dog-eater family, but who has Tanuman Manobhi. He has Tanuvak Manobhi, with his body, mind, words, wealth, Manasa Deha Geha Jo Kichumor Arpilu Tu Apade Nanda Kishore. The Sharanagat Bhakta, born in a Chandal family, has dedicated his mind, words, activities, wealth, life to Krishna. Such a Sharanagat Bhakta is superior to a Brahman, both Jati Siddha Brahman and Swabhav Siddha Brahman. And such a Vaishnava is better than such a Brahman because the devotee can purify his whole family. Darshane Pavitra Karo Ei Tomargo. He can purify his whole family. Bhavad Vida Bhagavata, Tirthabhuta, Swayam Vibho, Tirthi Kurvandi Tirthani Svantastena Gadabheta. Such a devotee of Gadadhara Krishna can purify even the holy places, can purify his own whole family, whereas a Brahman, a Jati Siddha Brahman, as well as a Swabhav Siddha Brahman, because of their false prestige, they cannot even purify themselves. Because Mangalam Mangale Bhyopi, Pavanam Pavane Bhyopi, Harer Nameva Kevalam. They are not devotees of Hari, so they cannot purify even themselves, what to speak of others. So, dear devotees, let me see how big the next slide is. We'll not be able to do this. So we'll stop here because, so we'll continue from this slide. Slide number, next time we'll continue.
127.
From 127 we'll continue next time. I'll stop here because I have to go to the center and have Bhagavatam class there. So I will stop here, but I have time for 3 minutes. So if there are any questions, we can take. I really apologize for starting the wrong chapter, but you all know what is coming up. Wonderful Jaiva Dharma is coming up. So any questions here so far? Hare Krishna. Okay, no questions. Was the internet okay? The voice was coming okay? Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Jaiva Dharma ki jai. All glories to all of you. Nitai Gaur Brahmanandi. Hari Hari Bol. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.